Chief of Economic Development, Environment and Tourism, Mr. Collins Chabana.
Thank you, Director of Ceremonies, the Vice Chancellor of the together with the management of the two institutions, the Investor of the President's Land and the Investor of Pretoria, the CEOs of state-owned institutions involved in this process, the Deputy Minister of Environmental Affairs and Tourism, NC, the acting mayor, the leadership of the communities who we lead, ladies and gentlemen. At long last, the start of a new beginning has begun. Today marks an important day in the history of this nation as we replay the dignity and honor of our people and their history from the era of Stone Age and Iron Age into the age of modern society. For many years, our people and their history have been subjected to humiliation and untold trauma. Looking back into the history of Mapungu, we are proud of the heritage and the legacy of ancestors who were the pathfinders and architects of society based on solidarity, humility, justice, and peace. The tenacity and resilience of our forefathers to resist colonialism and unjust social pressure is well documented as a result of modern scientific research that bear testimony to untold past. Located in an area of open savanna at the confluence of the Limpopo and Shasha rivers, Mapungu has drawn the attention of the world as the center of the kingdom, wherein an amazingly sophisticated people once lived and left an indelible mark in the history of human civilization. From an archaeological perspective, scientists have conducted their research and the story of Mapungu has been told. The findings of gold artifacts, beads, burial grounds, and other remains indicate Mapungu as one of the major centers of this country, and bear testimony to the way of life of African people more than 1,000 years ago. In recognition of the uniqueness and the historical significance of Mapungu, our government declared it a natural heritage site in 2001 and further declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 2008. Thus, creating other World Heritage Site declared by UNESCO in the country. I wish to express my sincere and profound appreciation on behalf of the people of Limpopo and the provincial administration of the efforts made by all stakeholders, the two universities, government agencies, NGOs, representatives of indigenous groups, and the Ministry of Environmental Affairs and Tourism, to finally bring us to where we are now. In their joint claim statement, the bona fide descendants of the Mapungu have declared that the reason for the claim is the desire of the members of the interested groups to bury and pay respect to their ancestors in a manner consistent with their cultures and traditions. We are here today to bear testimony to this historic moment and pay homage to the memories of the people of the Mapungu Kingdom. It is our solemn view that this gesture will go a long way in fostering nation building, reconciliation, and social cohesion in our country. As we prepare for the final journey to Mapungu's soil next month to lay an everlasting monument in honor of our ancestors, we commit ourselves to cherish their legacy and the wealth of the heritage they have been bequeathed unto us. I would like also to take this opportunity to thank the Department of Environmental Affairs and Tourism for having worked in partnership with us through this difficult process to come where we are today. And also to thank the various leaders of the communities to have cooperated with us throughout the process of negotiating with the two institutions and amongst ourselves until we have what can be recognized as a milestone in the history of our country. And I would like also to thank the institutions with whom we work, especially the University of Pretoria, with whom we started the process, for having had such an understanding on interaction with communities and resolving some of the most difficult issues where culture and scientific knowledge have to clash, and we have been able to find solutions which are going to benefit our society and probably the institutions themselves for years for generations to come. I would like to thank specifically the San people who joined us very late in the process, for having had understanding to join the process and the rest of the community in the claims and the processes we engaged in. And also to thank SunParks for their hospitality, for having allowed us to use their facilities all the time, having provided us with the opportunity to have access to all the places which we wanted to go to, so that we can be able to conclude the process. And as you know, in African society, retaining the spirits of our ancestors is not only or always done through the repatriation of the remains. In some instances, we drag a branch to home and we say we are carrying the spirit. But for this one, we like our ancestors to understand why we took this route. Firstly, we would never know the relation which existed between Mapungubwe and other settlements in our region. Probably research is still to tell us where was the gold mine. Was it in Rwanda, in the Great Dike in Zimbabwe? Was it in the eastern part of the country? And what relation did you have with those who built the fences at Chimbuphe and other parts of the province for smelting copper? What other relation did you have with the people who smelted iron in the Lothian? But we thought we were taking it there because we have led society into the new age of scientific knowledge. And we hope that you understand your presence in these institutions has contributed immensely to the body of scientific knowledge which is available, precisely because of the achievement you have made during your time. And as you have seen the excitement of your communities and your descendants, we hope you will bear with us for us to take you back for this long journey from Trane back to the confluence of Shashe and Mapungubwe. Once more, I wish to express our gratitude to the people of Limpopo, the Limpopo Provincial Administration, and all affected indigenous people and communities for the success of the. And we hope as we go back in the next few days to lay back the remains where they belong, their spirits will rest in peace and continue to guide us through the difficult times ahead. I thank you.
Thank you very much, MC Chabani. Thanks a lot. We now invite remarks on behalf of the National Department of Environmental Affairs and Tourism, Honorable Deputy Minister, Mr. George Mapungubwe.
Thank you, Program Director, MDC Chabani, MDC Mashamba, our host, University of Victoria, Vice Chancellor of Red, also, Northern Flagship, the different CEOs and agencies, our important, I won't say guests, the different communities who have walked a very long way and have proved to the nation that we are once one, and we are still one, and strengthening the whole way to know that we are one nation. This historic occasion represents a major breakthrough in our efforts to facilitate the repatriation and reburial of all human beings from Mapungubwe cultural history. Our democratic government acknowledges that respect and responsibility towards human remains is a universal law. We further acknowledge and support the indigenous people's wish and desire to have the remains of their ancestors repatriated and reburied at their places of origin. The representatives of these descendants of the Mapungubwe people have been requesting the repatriation and reburial of the remains of their ancestors since the dawn of democracy in our country. When President Thabo Mbeki requested that this matter be attended to with the seriousness it deserves, we saw that this is an opportunity for the government to discharge its responsibility in promoting democratic and humanitarian solutions among people. As the management and the development of Mapungubwe National Park is our competence, our department has been uniquely positioned to lend its experience on facilitating the liaison between communities and institutions which were holding these human remains. This was also a very important opportunity for us to deliver on the mandate of our department. We have a program that is called Peoples and Parks that unite the people, that people should start understanding that the parks don't belong to somebody else, they belong to us. We are rewriting the history of the parks because most of the people were thrown out of the parks. Now we are correcting that people, these are the parks, they should benefit from the parks, they should feel they are one of the parks, they should be in the decision making of the running of the parks and benefit from the parks. This is an initiative through which we fulfill our social responsibilities to communities. It would not have been possible to achieve this progress without extensive consultation with representatives of communities and leaders of institutions that were holding these human beings. Communities were united in their quest to claim for remains of their ancestors. Institutions which were holding human remains acted in good faith as they did not only cooperate with us, but became active members of the Mapungubwe Steering Committee, which was established to facilitate this process. Shared responsibility, cooperation, and trust among all parties involved were some of the ingredients that made it possible for us to have this once-in-a-lifetime ceremony, where institutions are releasing human remains to their owners without reservations. And we also urge all other institutions and establishments in the whole country that they should come forward, not only those that come from Mapungubwe, but from other areas, that they should return the human remains they hold. The University of Pretoria, Northern Flagship Institution and Wits University should be commended for their readiness and willingness to accept claims for human remains to be repatriated and reburied at their place of origin. Unlike their predecessors who authorized wholesale excavations and collections of human remains during the colonial era, the new leaders of these institutions have shown great respect for indigenous people and the remains of their ancestors. We say thank you very much. Our effort in achieving this progress has been a rewarding learning experience for all stakeholders. As we all know, this has been a very difficult and exceptionally sensitive task that involved a lot of emotions. We had to establish common ground as a basis for addressing challenges that we face along the way. Then we spoke before me, they did say there have been challenges, but we were determined to achieve our goals. We remain positive on finding solutions for human remains to be claimed successfully. We deliberately focus on what can be done instead of what cannot be done. We all made an emotional investment for the claims of human remains to be successful. This emotional investment was not measured by the amount of emotion that each one of us displayed, but it was characterized by our genuine belief that the claim for human remains was worthwhile and in the best interest of all stakeholders. Program Director, in conclusion, I would like to say this symbolic handover ceremony is not just about signaling to return the dead to the Mapungubwe cultural landscape. It is also about recognizing the importance of local custodianship and believe and confirm that the community voices have been heard. By accepting the claims for human remains, these institutions have shown a huge commitment towards our common goal of addressing the injustices of our shared past whilst promoting healing within our community and reconciliation between previously conflicting parties. From here onwards, the journey is we all look forward to the cleansing ceremony on the 6th of November 2007 and the presidential ceremony to commemorate the successful repatriation and reburial of all human remains from the Mapungubwe cultural landscape on the 20th of November 2007. I would like to end by saying I thank you very much the communities that really, I think if others in another part of South Africa are confronted with you advisors, the experience and the knowledge that you gain through this process, you'll be able to be exemplary and teach others and assist others when you get repatriated in any part, not of South Africa, but also of Africa. We've really worked in a way that has united us, that has shown that our country, South Africa, is a rainbow nation and it remains united. No matter what difficulties are there, we're able to achieve our goals.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, I invite you with all seriousness to stay awake. We are just about to come to the end. Please wake up and listen to the vote of thanks by closer by the Honorable MEC for Arts and Sports, Arts and Culture, my own province, Limpopo, is Joyce Mashama.
Program Director, the Deputy Minister of Environmental Affairs and Policy, Joyce Mashama, the MEC for Economic Development, Environment and Tourism in Limpopo, my colleague, the acting mayor of the Tshwane municipality, the chairperson of Indigenous Knowledge Systems of South Africa, Dr. Walisi Rote, CEO of the Tourism and Passport, Mr. David Mabunda, the CEO of the National Flagship Institution, Mr. Makolo Makolo, the Vice Chancellors of our Institute Special Institutions, ladies and gentlemen, I'm coming to do 3 simple things. Make a few comments, thank those who are to be thanked, and say bye-bye. Because all roads are about to lead to the north. Chairperson, allow me to say just a few words. When I was growing up, I observed certain scenarios in society that were not based on scientific research, but were passed on for many generations. When a person passed on, especially if it was under mysterious circumstances or in a place far away from his or her home, the elders would travel on foot for miles to take his or her spirit home. As a youth then, this did not have any special significance for me, and I would often sit and ponder on this relevance. Over the years, there were many people who subconsciously fought for this act to be done away with. This school of thought nearly succeeded. However, today we once again witness an old age tradition unfolding before our eyes in a modern day and age. This is the very spirit of preserving our culture and heritage. As Africans, this symbolic gesture defines who we are, where we come from, and where we are going as a nation, spreading its wings. The Limpopo province, a melting pot of cultures that exists side by side, has accepted the notion that all these gestures and practices are not acts of ignorance, that rather they are bringing forth a new era of accepting that our cultural practices is having a space in modern society. To this effect, the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture in Limpopo will take a lead in raising awareness of these practices. We will also create an understanding and appreciation for what was practiced in bygone years by our ancestors. It had added value to our communities then and can have the same impact now and beyond. Collectively with society, we can fast track this process of ensuring that the spirits of our dearly departed, wherever they are brought back to their well-deserved places of rest. Regardless of what you believe, all society has a deep-rooted desire to know that their beloved departed are at peace. We owe ourselves an apology for not agreeing with this principle in the first place. Now that we have reached a point where we all acknowledge that our ancestors were not wrong in this regard, we need to urgently take stock of the gains that we shall have made within the next decades. This will prove that the death of these fallen souls had not been in vain. As a department, we believe that Maputo is but one of the places that bears testimony to the very beginnings of our society. After the reburial ceremony, the spotlight will once again come to rest on these places and will give Limpopo and South Africa a well-deserved position as a preferred destination of intellectual interest and tourism in the world. Allow me now to thank all the institutions and individuals that have played a momentous role in pushing this trade. In particular, we wish to thank the University of Pretoria for hosting this historic occasion. Especially, let me go to the National Rotary Board and say thank you for your financial support. You know that your efforts and insights in this regard is commendable, and it has laid the foundation for many such ventures to follow. I also want to thank the University of Pretoria for giving space for this second choir that was here to perform. That was wonderful. This wouldn't have been an important occasion if that part of the gospel was not there. We come very far with music, and when we were happy, that's one way how we express ourselves. From the letter, initially I spoke about myself when I was still young, when I observed what was not scientifically proven to be something that surprised me. But today, I want to say that now that I'm matured, I finally understand the significance of these practices, and now I know its content and relevance. I believe I become a better person for this knowledge and can now continue down life's path with the assurance that I too will begin the same respect one day. maybe these suggestions are respected there as the applicants, even as all of us. In the true African spirit, I wish to request the souls of the departed to rest in the knowledge that they are on their way to their final resting place where they belong. In Shanghai, I can just say, I come in here, Ekaya, Elipo, Mia Ekela, Abana, Military, Lapan will settle. Let us go home to Lipompo, where your forefathers are waiting for you and they have prepared a place for you to stay. Kabi umele na ayami Lipompo, wama kumi kukubanu, woni lindera, woni nisera matsulu, anu ahuaweo. Anu nikaye Lipompo, mubuku kwa lena wali bieching madulo. Bari awal katale esipela de basi uyang kai itu rumah ni tak I think